What's going on, world? It's your boy 950 Kev from the 950 Lounge Show. LeBron James, the ready game, the most electrifying man in media today. Mike, the moderator, is in the background, but I'm going to hold this down solo. We have two special guests, two people who are showing that love is not always perfect, but it's got to be right. They're starting a brand new reality show called Meet the Threatts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in their maiden voice to 950 Lounge Show, Mr. Donte and Charita Threatts. Good afternoon, you two. How's everything going?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. How you doing, man? Good. Can't complain.
Yeah, everything is good.
We can't complain. A day above dirt's always a blessed day. So I got the ability to come in and interview you guys. You guys have this reality show coming, Meet the Threatts. And again, like I mentioned in the backdrop, kind of a unique show. So before we kind of get into how you guys met and how you even came up with this great idea that you want to put everybody in your business, let's talk about the show in the overall view. Tell me about Meet the Threatts.
Meet the Threatts is a reality show that Donte and I came up with. We had wanted to do it a while ago when our brother Terrell was married to his then wife. But, we separated and stuff. So we said, well, maybe we will chronicle our lives getting back together and just kind of showing people that we could do it after being separated twice. We were separated twice. So we just wanted to give people encouragement, support, and let them know that, hey, if we can do it, you guys can do it too.
Fantastic. Great thing. So now, taking it back a little bit, you guys met about 9 years ago. From my understanding, Donte came into your place to work, Charita, and I'm sure he had the jewels, the beard was clean. Tell about when you first met Donte and how this whole love affair started.
Wow. Well, we both worked for his mom, Denise, who's also in the show. So
so you was working for his mama?
Yes.
Okay.
I was for his mom, and he worked in more so like the ID population. I was in the mental health side. So we really didn't work together, but worked for the same company. Okay. And I think she set us up to do like a presentation or something together. But he was on me. And actually my sister, this guy would be so perfect for you. I mean, you are just alike. You're just alike. And I was like, he's younger than me. He's like, I'm more settled. And he, I was like, I don't know.
You didn't want to be labeled a cougar.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, it's only a 6-year difference. I mean, that seems like a lot, but
I ain't mad you play it all. Listen, it's just a number. So Donte, I'm sure she's working for your mom, so I'm sure you knew of her. Well, what gave you the wherewithal, the energy that day to step up and shoot your shot?
I just said, I gotta shoot my shot. You know what I mean? Now was any good a time, to do it. We went out, done that presentation together for the company, and then, I guess it was texting, and went and got some lunch, and then we went on a date after that, and and the rest is history because we met in May of 2015. I proposed to her in August.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we was married in April. So it wasn't even a year.
It wasn't even a year
that we got married,
That woman swept you off your feet, huh?
Yeah, man.
I mean, playing that back, and I'm like, I'm a mother. I'm a single mother. I got 3 kids. Like, what? He's not gonna want to be with me. He's not gonna want this responsibility. But what really attracted to me was Donte was a family man. I loved his confidence. I felt like he was a family man, and he was ready to settle down. So I thought. So 6 years later. So. But it was great. It was like a whirlwind. Everything just happened so fast. It was just amazing. And, when people say, oh, well, we're getting married or this person, I was like, well, I kind of did the same thing. Short, the courtship was shorter than the engagement.
Right.
So, yeah, we were engaged maybe 6, 7 months.
I hear you. Yeah, y'all beat me. It took me almost a decade. But but this is not about me today. But so you guys meet, you get married. Obviously, your kids are older. I'm sure they love Donte. You working with his mother, so you kind of already kind of blended. when did the problem start? Like, this sounds like a fairy tale, and we should go roll the credits right there. When did you guys had 2 breakups? When did the first breakup? And tell me about what led to those issues.
I think it was more so like maybe 2019. I just felt like he was kind of pulling away a little bit. You know, it was like right before the pandemic, business was kind of going a little sideways. I guess he felt like I wasn't attentive to him because I'm sitting here trying to build my business. So hindsight, I probably did neglect him and his needs on some level. But I mean, Donte is not a big communicator, so
yeah. So I'm the type, you know, I kind of, and this comes with growth too, bro. You know, as men, we don't. Well, for me, I don't like conflict, right?
I got you.
So and a lot of times we as men, we don't communicate effectively.
We're internal creatures. We keep things in. Yeah,
exactly. So a lot of that, what she's talking about, things was going on, stuff I didn't like, stuff she wasn't doing. And I internalized a lot of it. I didn't vocalize to her a whole bunch until one day I just let it all out. But by that time, resentment had built up. And I was just kind of like, yo, I'm just, you know, I just need a break. I'm done right now, you know.
Right.
But you know, looking back, you know, I should have probably communicated more effectively sooner. Don't let that build up, you know. And that's what the show is about, you know, just trying to help us men, particularly us as Black men, man. We just, you know, we gotta, you know, communicate with our women, because a lot of times I always think, man, she should know me, you know.
Yeah.
She's supposed to know these type of things.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do have to let them know, you know, what we need at that particular time, because what we needed 2 years ago may be different 2 years later.
Right.
So you know, that communication is very, you know, important there.
Again, we're talking to Donte and Charita Threatt from Meet the Threatts, new reality show coming very soon. So Donte, I'm getting back to you. If you knew all that from the first time, what happened part 2? All right, we got there. I gotta communicate. Things are happening. This is probably during COVID or after COVID, but what happened part 2? What got you part 2? Because most relationships don't get to. They get that one, hey, we get back together, Bobby, Whitney, we got something in common, and after the second one, and I'm out of here. What got part 2? Let me start with you, Donte.
So we got back together. It was kind of like almost on a whim, like, you know, oh, let's do this, you know.
Yeah.
Really without really talking about it, you know, setting the expectations and making sure that, you know, it was what we both wanted at the time. So we just done it. And then, you know, while we were separated, we were separated, what, two years, like over 2.5 years, you know, so it was some dating, you know, some other folks that was in the picture at the time.
Life happens. I hear.
Yeah. So
man got needs, right?
Right. So I got a little comfortable out there, you know, I was kind of enjoying myself, you know. So we just threw ourselves back together. It was like, oh, that was pretty quick. So and I probably wasn't giving her, you know, the attention, the affection, everything she needed at that time. So she was like, no, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this time, you know.
Right.
So, you know, that happened. I think that went on for like another year.
Right.
And now we at this point still trying to reconcile it, put it back together.
Right.
But with the right intentions this time, you know.
Got it. Well, it must mean something to both of you guys because you're still sticking with it. Like things that we don't care to want to do, we just walk away from it. Both of you are very successful in your business and professional lives. So the love must mean something. Obviously now it's a blended family. You know, you're working for mom. Y'all still work for mom, I'm assuming, right? Mom.
No.
Oh, now y'all got your own. Okay, y'all got rid of mom. Y'all got married. Okay.
Oh, another story.
Maybe we'll do that when we bring you back on the show. But certainly now, as a group, as a business collective, you work together, have the family. So that kind of leads me into my next question. What through all this drama, right? Trying to make it work, trying to, you know, she should know me, and business is tough. I'm trying to run my business. What made y'all in the right mindset? Let's start a reality. It's the perfect time to start a reality show and let the world all in our business.
You know, that's been asked a couple of times, and I'm still like, how did we get here again? Because it was very new, you know, us trying to kind of reconcile. So I'm not sure how we got back here.
I think it was, I think it need for us. We feel like we wanted it to be done. Charita's a big reality show buff. I mean, that's all she watched. Reality show. I'm talking.
So she watched the Housewives and said, that could be me.
Bro,
the hell with Nene.
I'm more interested in that now.
Yeah, you know, that's all she watched, man. From Housewives to Love and Marriage to Love and Hip Hop to any reality show, you know. And I'm not, you know, I don't really get into them too much.
Right.
But you know, I do like telling a story. I do like trying to inspire and motivate people. So I said, well, maybe we can put our story out there with the intentions to inspire and motivate. And it probably would help us as a couple, you know, bringing us closer together, doing
a little personal therapy.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I think that's how it really happened. And then, you know, again, just trying to motivate and inspire other people. When we did the red carpet premiere, we got a lot of good feedback from a lot of people that was at the show that night. And they was relating, bro. I relate to this scene. You know, I appreciate that, man. I learned a lot here. So, and that's what we wanted to do. That's the feedback we want. So when the show comes out full-fledged, you know, we just wanted to inspire others, you know, show Black love, show entrepreneurship, show positivity, you know. We're not gonna be fighting, you know. We're gonna have our problems, you know, because we have issues. We're gonna have those issues, but all the issues should have some resolve at the end, you know.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Again, we're talking to Donte, Charita Threatts. Meet the Threatts coming soon. Reality show with a new twist. I think, and I was saying this to your wife, Donte, you know, in the back before we got started. I commend you because, again, it's very easy to put things out in the public when things are going great, right? Hey, you know, I mean, listen, I'm from New York, man. The Kings are flashy and all that. But when you're still really going through it, right? Real, like you're really going through when the camera's off and what have you, to still want to put this out to help people and be a motivational force. I commend you for that because that's not easy, you know. And while yes, I understand it's a nice flair with reality shows and that's the goal here, you're still real people. You're not reading off scripts. And then you got kids involved, and you know, I see, you know, Charita, your sons and Arthur and you know, Donte, y'all hang out a lot, so y'all seem to have a bond. So this is, you know, this is real stuff. And like people start saying like, yo, man, I saw your stuff. Well, you know, this is real stuff. So I commend you for that. It's not easy.
Right. And we have other couples on the show too. Some of our friends been married 20+ years, but we also have another couple who kind of went through the same thing that we went through. They separated, divorced, and then they got remarried again. So it's happening more than what people know and what people are kind of talking about. So we just kind of definitely want to put that out there. And I'm a licensed professional counselor, so I'm a mental health therapist. So that is big. So he said he feel like he's been in a therapy session our entire marriage. I don't believe that. You can't ask anybody how they feel without them thinking that you trying to give them therapy, I guess. But it's so a lot of the times reality shows are like a break from everything that I hear all day. So I mean, I just, you know, we just want to motivate and inspire people. See positive Black women, positive Black couples that are trying to make it work. See how friendship is. And the blessing about our show is all of us are truly genuine friends. And we all kind of love each other and we value the relationships. So getting out there, we want to make sure that we protect those relationships as well.
That's a great thing. Last thing before we get you on for this segment, being in your line of work, right? Now I do know a little bit about HIPAA laws and stuff. How does that work when, you know, you do a show? Is it completely separate, or are you trying to ingrain your day life into now your reality world life?
With HIPAA laws, definitely. If I had a person, a client, or someone that I work with that wants to be on the show, we'll just do disclosures, and you know, they'll have to consent to it. But we do want to show the entrepreneurship because that's kind of what we do, but just kind of ins and outs, the ups and downs of businesses and being an entrepreneur. You know, it's everybody wants to do it because they want to be their own boss, but they don't know. You know, for example, we relate today because Donte had to work. I mean, he's the owner.
Some issues going on, you know, had to take care of some things.
I ain't mad at you, Dante. I'm still working right now. I hope nobody sees me on my job. But but in any event, we're gonna take a quick break. I want to come back. I want to dive into the show. You mentioned again, you have a lot of couples, your brother-in-law and your brother Dante is involved, and how that kind of plays in with the script and not script, wrong word, with the filming of the show and how that plays out in real life with family. Take a quick break. We got Dante, Charita Threatts, Meet the Threatts, 950 Lounge, 950 Kev. Take a quick break. Come on back.
Right.
Ooh.
We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge. Still joined by myself, 950 Kev, my man Mike, the moderator, holding me down the back. We have Meet the Threatts cast members, actually the Threatts themselves, Dante and Charita Threatts. This is presented by the people at La Bella Diva. Again, La Bella Diva, you're looking for somebody in the entertainment business that's going to guide you right. Reach out to La Bella Diva, tell her 950 Kev sent you. Go to Instagram, La Bella Diva on IG. Again, now you guys are, this is the first venture, right? And very similar to how I started in talk, you guys have really kind of rolled the dice yourselves to say, you know, wait, Will Packer ain't knocking our door and offers us a deal. We're doing this out of our own pocket. So talk about some of, I guess, the challenges of creating your own reality show when it comes to network production, cost. I don't know if you guys are doing it where you need licenses for filming, but talk about some of those challenges. 'Cause I think a lot of people, they love what you're doing and think it's easy when it's really not.
Yeah,
wow, it's definitely not easy.
Definitely not easy. The first thing is cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, we've been, all this is out of pocket for us.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing, and then getting the right people around you involved when it comes to those videographers, the producers,
Right.
to help you with that whole thing, and then working around everybody's schedule.
Yeah.
'Cause we everyday working people too, just like my brother, my mother, her friend. We still got jobs, so try to work around all that to get everybody in the same place at the same time, with photo shoots, filming, and setting up scenes. So that's definitely the challenge, but it's all fun though.
It was a lot of fun. We had some great people, like Dante said. I think just kind of being natural. We hear a lot. You guys are just natural behind the camera,
right?
And it just felt right when we started and we got into it. It just felt right with the scenes and stuff. We filmed some scenes in the neighborhood. We filmed some scenes at the office. We filmed some scenes at a restaurant. So just coordinating with different people, just kind of asking them if this is okay for us to film here, and just kind of setting everything up.
Yeah, and getting those video releases too. You want to also make sure you got all those video releases and NDAs and stuff.
Oh yeah. Don't want nobody coming back talking about when y'all get paid. Wait a minute, where my cut? Where mine? Where mine? Yeah. So with that, you guys I'm sure you have a director or somebody behind the camera that's directing and editing. Has it ever been a time, because it's family and close friends involved, where you guys recorded something? I know it's still early in the process, but you recorded something and maybe somebody saw it and go like, wait a minute, I don't know. I gotta go to work Monday. I don't know. I should have said that. How is that balance between personal and the show? Because even though you say it's still a talk show, it's still a reality show. So it's got to entertain as well as educate. So again, sometimes people get seen in different lights. Has that happened so far in this early process?
I think for me, it was a little uncomfortable when some of my clients would say, "Hey, I saw you," or "I saw you online."
Can y'all hear me? Y'all froze a little bit, Shanita.
I heard about this, or we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we?
Okay, we're good.
All
right. We good now.
Okay. So I think for me, it was like being a therapist and seeing some of my clients, and we're with our Facebook and Instagram and YouTube channel, they may say, "Hey, I saw you, or saw something about that," and just trying to kind of figure out how would they react and how would they respond to me, and but everybody was supportive. Some of my clients even said, "If you need somebody to film, I'll film with you." So being like that, my reputation and how I'm seen as a therapist, because you as a therapist, you want to make sure, or that your clients trust you and they feel like you're solid, and you kind of like, you can't help me if your life all screwed up, kind of thing.
Right.
So just still kind of coming at it that way. And also some family, making sure that they may feel uncomfortable. Like, I had some of my siblings ask, "Well, why do you want to do this?"
Yeah, my grandmother was, she called a meeting. Come to the house. We need to talk.
Oh, she summoned you, huh?
Yeah, because I tried to call her. She like, "Nah, I need to see you in person." So, so not a lot of people was favorable, for it, because again, your business and your lifestyle out there for the public eye. We know how the internet can be, how people in general can be,
Right.
But it was some scenes a couple times where I wasn't on set that she filmed, and vice versa. So when I seen some of the conversation and feedback, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute now. You know what I mean? She doing a whole lot of capping and some of this stuff.
That's what he says, but it was all my truth. And
right.
Matters.
But yeah, it sometimes you see those scenes where you're like, wait a minute, what you say?
Right.
Or that's even my aunt had to tell me, like, "Yeah, I see you said a little something slick in there about such and such." So it's gonna happen, but like she said, it's our truth, and people just gotta understand this is what we was going through, and that's how we felt at the time.
Right.
If you're comfortable with the truth, why should anybody else be offended, right? If y'all, this is your truth. Let me ask you a question, and let me go back to you, Charita. You're a counselor. You guys are going through marital difficulties while recording this. Are you guys seeking counseling for your marriage currently? And if yes, is that something that will be seen on the show as well? How, while yes, you got lives and you're doing your thing, but the mesh of bringing back this couple to fully yoked?
Yes. Therapists have therapists. So I've had my therapist probably for maybe about 4 years since we started kind of having difficulties. And we did some marriage counseling before. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because the second time we separated, I tried to connect us with some marriage counseling, but he wasn't with it. So I'm like, you know what? He's not even trying. I'm out.
Why not, Dante? Why not?
She wanted me to see her personal counselor. And I'm like, yo, that to me, that person was already biased. They already got one up on me. Y'all talking about me already, So
we need neutral referees. Neutral referees.
I want to see her therapist, So, but I'm open to definitely, seeing it, therapy. Because I think mental health and all that, and therapy is important. Definitely. And I think it could help hash out things and have another perspective to how she may feel or how I may feel. So I'm definitely open to it.
Yeah, it would be shown. It would be seen.
No doubt. And I guess y'all living in separate dwellings at this point, right? I mean, or do you take the basement?
No, we separate. We separate. So
got it.
But God willing, that won't be for long.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I gotta believe y'all. As I'm sitting here having this conversation with you guys, y'all seem like the perfect couple. I mean, and I know, like, probably when this camera go on, I told you don't be touching it.
Right.
But it comes across so well, and I'm rooting for you. I know I just met you, but I'm rooting for you guys when it comes to this. Let's talk about some of the other characters on the show. Mom is in the show. Your brother's in the show, Dante. Talk about his role in the program and how he kind of irritates your wife's nerves.
So my brother, man, real good dude, man. But he just, he has his ways, man. Sometimes he can be very self-centered. But he gonna support Dante to the fullest.
He gonna ride. He gonna ride.
Right or wrong. He with me. Just a good dude, man. I love him to death, but he just don't have that drive I want him to have. So we bump heads a lot because his lifestyle, I guess, and versus my lifestyle and that type. But he's very supportive, man. He loves us both. He wanted to work out for us both.
Of course.
But he want to make sure we still gonna go to the club though when we go out.
Find me in the club. Now you got, and again, we're talking again to Donte, Charita Threatts. Meet the Threatts, new reality show coming soon. Multiple networks. Get it where you can. Find them on Instagram to learn more. And one of the clips, you was at the club with your stepson, Charita's son, which I kind of find really, I'm sorry.
Charita,
I'm sorry. What? I apologize. Charita's son. And I kind of find that as bonding, listen, I'm with dad and we're having a good time. Charita, how did you feel about that? Obviously, you made a comment, or a comment was made that should men who are married still hang out, or should couples who are married or in relationships still hang out? How did that situation play itself out? And how do you kind of feel now post event hanging out with your stepson?
Well, they've always been kind of close, and kind of he got my son Rodney thinking he could live this fabulous lifestyle.
I guess you rather them go to a ball game then and then to this.
Look, $9. I mean, Rodney is young. I mean, because it's still like he's still way older than Rodney. I think he goes out with Rodney to kind of help Rodney get this experience of the sections. Rodney can't afford no sections. That's my son. We know he can't. You be out there with him, so
right,
have a good time. I love it that they're close, but like his mama said, at the end of the day, that's my son. No, I'm just kidding. Rodney, he took it really hard when we separated and stuff.
Yeah.
But all of the kids really, but they just want their mom to be happy. They want Donte to be happy as well. So
yeah.
I'm okay with it because I know Rodney's not gonna let him do anything he don't have any business doing. Right?
There you go. That's what I'm saying. You got a spy baked in spy.
Exactly, because he gonna tell me. And Donte is not the disrespectful type dude anyway.
Right.
So he's a great guy.
I do like to have fun and turn up. But it's all in fun. And,
you're right.
We got to keep.
When to go home.
Yeah. Even if it's 4 a.m.
Well, it's still dark out 4 a.m, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Now 5:30, 6 a.m. is another story. You break a night, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We got a few minutes left in this interview, and I can't thank you enough for your time. Meet the Threatts. I know I'm excited to watch the show. I'd like to hear from both of you before we get out of here. Putting this show out, obviously, and you've already come out. We're not trying to be ratchet. We're not doing the housewives thing. We're not loving hip hop. We're not trying to be that. We're the Threatts, and we're going to give you a unique view. When you look at it, when you put it together, now you're in it. What do you want from the show? Like, what is the goal to bake this show? Is the goal is to like, hey, you know what? Some major network finds it. No, it's the main to stay independent, do what we're doing currently. Is it to kind of just be a tool of education for those who are looking for a source, who are looking to be vicariously learning from you guys? Kind of give me in the audience here what you want. What would be a success, and what do you want from the show?
Well, we definitely are looking to get it picked up from one of the major networks because we want everybody to see our story, positive Black couples. I don't think it's a lot out there, or they may start out like that, but they don't always end up like that. So Donte and I are creators and executive producers, so we are pretty much going to play a major part in how it goes and how we're seen. We just want positivity. We're big in our church and stuff. So we still want to make sure that we come across as not perfect, but striving to be the best that we can be for each other individually. And so we just want positive role models out there.
Yeah. No doubt. Adults need that too. We're not finished products. What about you, Donte? What's your thoughts with this, man?
Yeah, definitely. The goal. Well, at first the goal was just, hey, let's just record some stuff,
let's just turn up.
Yeah, and then it became this whole big. We really put some money into it. So now the goal is to get a network to pick it up so we can get on national TV to share the experience, to share the knowledge, to share Black love, entrepreneurship, Black-owned businesses. Even in that episode, I highlighted the young man who does my does the my landscape, and he's a Black-owned business guy. I plugged him in there, just to expose businesses to the world.
Yeah.
We want to do that, and then we want to keep it classy, like you said, educational. Maybe they can learn. You just never know what people are going through. The world is crazy today, so they can just pick up and learn anything. That we'll be doing. So we want to keep it positive, inspiring, motivating, and again, always have resolve to any issue or situation you go into. Like, we separated. It hasn't been easy, hasn't been pretty. It's been some ugly times. It's been some lawyers and back and forth. Fussing and cussing. No, you ain't getting that car. No, and we ain't selling the house, and we ain't doing. It's been a whole bunch of that, but we was able to, wipe the slate clean, come to a common ground, and try to get some resolve. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
I also want to add like the mental health aspect of it too. Just that, it's mental health is out there, but to me, sometimes it could be seen as like a fad or something. Like mental health is real. And I definitely want to educate and, talk a lot about that too, to let people know it's okay that you're not okay.
Yeah.
But there's help out there and there's support out there.
Well said. I can't thank you enough. Again, Meet the Threatts coming very soon. Where can people find some of the stuff now? And then you have some promo, some marketing runs. Where can they find out? And then reach out to you guys individually to learn more about you personally.
So you can look us up on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Meet the Threatts. And the Threatts is MEETTHE, the number 3 TTS. So that's Meet the Threatts. At Meet the Threatts, pretty much on every platform there. Definitely follow us, subscribe to YouTube, so we can get those numbers up. That's going to look good for the network.
That definitely helps.
Yeah. So get the network, get the numbers up, and then you can just follow us, see what we got going on. We make special announcements. You in the know. You can follow us individually as well on our Instagrams. Donte, the number 3 TTS, and Charita, the number 3 TTS.
Also, we forgot to talk about our podcast.
Y'all doing it all. Why don't we just get that together? Let's just make it happen right now in Non-Free Lounge. Let's just make this thing. But tell me about the podcast real quick.
Well, we have them individually. Mine is Inspire Her, the Total Woman, with Red and Thief, with one of my high school friends, and he has Sophisticated Dummies with Terrell, his brother
Terrell, another one,
and one of our friends, JP. But we are gonna be doing some things together. We've already started putting some videos on YouTube talking about relationships as well.
Love it. Listen, Black love, it ain't nobody said it was easy, but it's worth it. Donte, Charita, Threatts, Meet the Threatts coming very soon. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of 950 Lounge and Meeting the Threatts. We'll take a quick break, keep this thing moving in another time, in another space. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
You too. Oh, that was good, Yvonne.